the United States has been taken advantage of for 40 years. The United States has been a laughingstock for years and years. That's why this gentleman is built in Taiwan instead of building here. It would have been better if he built here if we had a president that knew what they were doing. And we had a lot of them very bad on trade.
For decades, the United States has faced economic challenges on the global stage, with industries shifting overseas and American jobs disappearing. Now, recent policy changes are bringing manufacturing back home, and the impact is being felt across major corporations.
Look, I'm a huge fan of Ronald Reagan, but he was bad on trade, very bad on trade. He allowed a lot of people, a lot of businesses to be taken. So I say that with due respect because he was so great on other things, but he was bad on trade. We are setting records right now, records like nobody has ever seen before. When you have companies like this coming in and almost 40% of their company in one signature is going to be devoted to what he does, which is one of the most important businesses in the world. That's an unbelievable thing.
In a bold statement on trade policy, the U.S. president outlined the country's shifting stance on foreign manufacturing and economic strategy. According to the administration, previous decades saw the nation being taken advantage of in global trade agreements, leading to job losses and factory closures. The president, while acknowledging past leaders' strengths, was critical of their trade policies, including those under former President Ronald Reagan. Speaking at a recent event, the president emphasized the importance of strengthening domestic production. He highlighted a major tech company's decision to relocate its manufacturing plants to the U.S., attributing it to newly implemented economic policies. According to the administration, these policies create incentives, or disincentives, that encourage businesses to invest in American soil rather than seeking cheaper labor abroad.
When Apple now is going to start building all of their plants here, all because of what we've done in terms of, it's not because he likes me or they like me. They don't probably like me at all. I don't know. I think he likes me a little bit at least. But you know what? It's the incentive we created. Or the negative incentive. I mean, it's going to be very costly for people to take advantage of this country. They can't come in and steal our money and steal our jobs and take our factories and take our businesses and expect not to be punished. And they're being punished by tariffs. It's a very powerful weapon that politicians haven't used because they were either dishonest, stupid, or paid off in some other form. And now we're using them.
The strategy involves tariffs, a tool that has been historically underutilized or avoided by previous administrations. The president argues that tariffs act as a deterrent against unfair trade practices, ensuring that companies contribute to the U.S. economy rather than outsourcing jobs. While some critics argue that such measures could lead to trade disputes, supporters believe they will ultimately strengthen domestic industries. This approach to trade is a significant shift from previous decades. While tariffs can increase costs for consumers, the administration believes that the long-term benefits, such as job creation and economic stability, will outweigh the short-term challenges. With these policies in place, U.S. manufacturing is seeing an uptick in investment. Companies that once relied heavily on international production are now reconsidering their strategies. However, the question remains, how will global trade partners respond? As the global economy continues to evolve, these policy shifts will have lasting effects on businesses, workers, and international relations. The conversation on trade is far from over, and we'll be here to keep you updated.